the second quarter and extended the finish. They went on a 23-13 run, 25-13 run, and Beckers has picked up the pace offensively.
Terrific pass by Melissa Williams, too. Exactly what you talked about in the first half, though, Nancy. They were overplaying, went back door, easy bucket.
Here's Mitchell. Charles stayed right with her. Howard working on Melissa Smith. Uses the right hand. No, whistling a foul, and Melissa cannot believe it. Lexi Hope. They bring her double stuffed Oreo cookies, and I forgot to bring them tonight, but she forgave me for that. You know, she's having a career year.
Folks wondered what her role would be once Caitlin came on the scene, and she actually just elevated, so it got better.
Yeah, well, the last 13 Wings points have been scored by either Paige Beckers or Enrique.
More movement this half as it was the end of the second.
Lee Yu-Ru recognized. Beckers trying to make some room on McDonald. Beckers draws the contact and the foul.
Yeah.
Number 6 in the league in assists per game and steal per game. Had a great 12-game start. Did her in the first 12, and that was Skylar Diggins and Candace Parker. Here's McDonald. Mitchell, that great curl she does. Inside, what a pass.
Yeah, Aliyah Boston is unbelievable. You know, first, she's two-time Defensive Player of the Year when she was at USC, at South Carolina with Dawn Staley, the great Dawn Staley. She's a rebounding machine, but the same offensively.
Enrique a little strong on the three. Charles tracks down the loose ball. To Beckers, Page, pull up, tough 15-footer, got the foul.
She hesitated to shoot that shot. Shoot that shot, it's yours.
When the pressure is on them, they're just cutting back door for open shots.
And that is exactly what was on the scout for Kelsey Mitchell. She'll start in the right corner. She wants to go to her left.
She can create her own shot.
Paige Beckers, the last 9 Dallas points. Beckers tries to go back door. Lexi Hall kept an eye on her. Charles inside, off balance. Contact and the foul. Let's check in with Tiffany Bias-Patman.
The scorers know how to score. They know where their spots are on the floor and how to get to them.
Paige is that she doesn't press to score. She knows how to score. She knows she's going to get hers. She's not hunting the shot.
You're right, she just has a calm about her in how she plays. You can't speed her up.
Here's Mitchell. Charles gets a big pick from Boston. Opens up the shot. Enrique pulls it away. He's got Charles on the left, Beckers on the right. Enrique, count
it. Teach the lesson.
Okay, you finish at the rim, and now you make the fever pay defensively.
One thing Enrique wasn't doing in the beginning of the year was getting to the free throw line. The last 5 or 6 games, she's been able to do that. Lieberman, WNBA and WNBA champion, NCAA champion Fran Harris. I'm Ron Doolin. The lead is 8.
Good help there.
Inside 10 for the first time since 2:43 into the game. It has been Indiana from the get-go. Beckers, look at Lee Yu-Ru run the court. Smith inside, no. And the Wings will have it with a fresh 14 on the shot clock.
And believe that her halftime shot, coming off the run that they had in the second quarter, led them
off the jump from coming out of the locker room and started to dominate.
Kelsey Mitchell almost put her finger on that. Beautiful play inside to Melissa Smith.
We've seen that a number of times at Baylor. Melissa Smith, the ability to elevate over the defense to knock down some tough shots.
Tiffany, you were in the Dallas huddle during the timeout. Give us an update.
The coach is talking about no more cheap fouls. They know Ari and Hull and Lexi Hull are in foul trouble and they're foul prone. They said keep going at them and keep attacking. Do not let up.
McDonald and Hull both with 3 personal fouls. Charles comes up with a loose ball. She has been hustle, and hustle. They had to release her, but when she doesn't back down anybody. Hull inside. Nice move off the glass. Can't get it. Rebound Melissa Smith. Her 5th board so far tonight.
My friend, hasn't the defense just tightened up? They're going over screens hard. They're staying connected, and they're rebounding so much better.
They're communicating better. You know, defenses starts with an
DePay. Enrique being hounded by McDonald.
great defense.
Charles inside. Smith out the basket. Alyssa Smith will go to the line.
This is the Alyssa Smith that I saw in training camp.
Yeah.
Clearly the best player in.
23-point lead, down to 4. Alyssa Smith had a huge battle in that Atlanta game. She was very physical, impressed the coaches the minute she came. Smith, 7 points, 5 boards, the lowest since the opening minutes of this game.
You know, when you win a couple games like they have, you know, the overtime loss, they could have won that at Washington. They had a lead on the Aces. They should have won that game. And now.
That is a big three. You got to get out on Cunningham. 71% of her shots are three.
She does.
Yeah. Becker, 15-footer, in and out. Cunningham had it, lost it. Becker's with 18, 5 20-point games this season, 4 of the last 5. Boston way up front. They wanted to get her touches early tonight. McDonald, Enrique puts up a hand, no. Rebound, quick outlet to Charles. Becker sprinting down the left side. Charles off the glass, no.
Really didn't have any numbers. And it was a 1-on-3. That's a pull-out right there and running offensive play.
Well, that's one of the things that Chris Koklanis has talked about, shot selection. He said you got to sometimes give up the good shot.
Adjustments defensively, pushing up on the screen, not being too much in a drop, and really helping the ball.
Oh, what a ball fake in the basket by Becker. She's got money.
That's a playground move right there. Get bucket.
I guess I could say that was a backdoor dash.
Oh, my goodness.
Inside, count the basket by Mitchell.
Wait,
He's got
Kelsey
23.
Mitchell, she continues. You hit a big shot, and she comes back.
Overall pick back in 2018 by Indiana.
Had the opportunity to go somewhere else last season and opted to stay with the Fever. Felt like it had been good fandom and it's working out. Great player in the red.
I just remember how hard she worked out prior to the 2024 season. And Enrique in double figures with 11.
I like it. I love the separation, power push to create space.
Enrique started 0 for 3. She's 4 of her last 5. Boston, though, right down the left side.
Clinic. That's a post player clinic facing up. Yep.
But you know, it was Kelsey Mitchell who set that up, you know, with the drive and the push.
Yes.
Stephanie White telling her troops to hurry up. Smith lost it, almost picked it back up, or Mike Hines Allen, I should say.